Hey everybody, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. My name is David, and this is a magic review. Hey, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for being here. Got another hot and fresh one for you. That's right, because here at Magic Orthodoxy, we review the latest and the greatest tricks that are hitting the streets, the magic streets that you live on. You come back here because you want to know if the trick you want to buy is any good. That's why I'm here. I'm going to open it. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to tell you exactly what your money gets you. Today, we're going to look at Mental Die from Tony Anverdi and Murphy's Magic. Now you're going to say, wait, didn't you already do a review for Mental Die? That was Mental Dice. Mental Dice was a set that came with 3 dice, red, blue, and white, I believe. And it had a little visible reader so that you knew what each dice was. This is not that. This is actually a different way to get your notification. And it's only with 1 die. So it's a little less expensive. This is only $150. 150 bucks, 1 die. You hand it to your spectator, and no matter how they roll it, you will always know exactly what number it is. They can cover it up. You don't get a peek. There's no peek. And this will work from about 40 feet away. Now, obviously, Tony Anverdi was a magician, inventor, creator. He lived a little while ago, probably didn't invent this, right? Tony Anverdi's Mental Die was a large, die that you'd use on stage, and the spectator would put it into a box and close the lid, and then Anverdi would say, which side was face up. So it's been magicians since that time that have shrunk the dice down, eliminated the box, and then kind of added all the different electronic features, which now makes this classic trick perfect for the year 2020, right? Perfect. And so let's say you pay your 150 bucks, comes to you in the mail. What are you going to get? You're going to get a beautiful box. The last one came in a beautiful box. This one comes in a beautiful box too. There's a drawer on the bottom and then a light. That's right. It's illuminated by a light on top. It's awesome. You're going to get 1 gaming size die. You can get black or white. You will get a wireless charging platform. Of course it's wireless, right? You can't plug anything into a die. And the USB cord. You're going to get a adjustable arm or leg band with a clip holster so that you can wear it wherever. And you'll get the tactile vibration receiver. Is it what I thought? Yes, because I had the Mental Dice set from before, right? So it's the same technology, a little bit different in application, right? And of course, a new instructional video. But best news of all, they work together. That's right, they work together. So you could use the reader from the other set, or you could use the thumper from this set with either set. How are the angles on this? Of course, everything is well hidden, right? That's what makes this die so unique, is that it's electronic, but it doesn't have any of the telltale signs of being electronic on the outside. And of course, the die doesn't make any sounds, right, or emit any light. And the other feature is you're not getting a peek of the die itself. So there's a great visual of the spectator being able to roll it and hide it however they want. And clearly, you can't see the die. Can it be inspected? Of course, because the die has to be rolled by the spectator, right? They're the ones that have to hold it. So in their mind, there's only one prop in play, right? They can't imagine that there's something on your person that reads the die. And if they're holding it, they're inspecting it. For them, it rolls. I mean, they could roll it more than once. They'll always get a different number, so they know it's not loaded, right? So yeah, I think you eliminate all the possibilities for them. I don't think anybody can even perceive that something that small could be Bluetooth. What's the overall quality and production value of the video? Hey, you got Javier Fuemer from Murphy's Magic. He's going to go over what's in the box, how to charge it, how to pair it with the receiver, and then he's going to walk you through understanding all of the charging lights, of course, all the blinks. He'll talk about how to wear the thumper on your arm or leg, but you could have it palmed in your hand if you want to. And then he'll talk about connecting it to the Mental Dice set. As far as what they're going to teach you on the video, the tricks, all of these tricks have a studio performance with real spectators. Some of them work for Murphy's Magic. Others of them are real, out there in the streets. And then he'll give you an explanation in a very sterile white environment. The first trick is a basic routine. It's just a 3-phase hit where the mentalist has the spectator roll the dice 2 times and correctly guesses, and the 3rd time he predicts what the number is before the spectator even looks at it. The second trick is a color match. You play a game where the spectator has a blank coloring page and they roll the die and then select the coloring crayons that correspond to the number, and the magician tells the spectator which objects to color in, and then at the end it matches a coloring page the magician had in their pocket. The third trick is a card to any number with 2 spectators. One spectator selects a card, both people see it, and then the spectator on your left rolls a die, remembers the number. Spectator on the right rolls a die, remembers the number. Those 2 numbers are added together and the selected card is found at that number. The next trick is called Dream Lunch. This is done with 3 different sets of blank cards where you have written down a main course on 6 cards, a dessert on 6 cards, and a drink on 6 cards. The spectator rolls the dice each time, selecting 1 main course, 1 dessert, and 1 drink that corresponds to the number. And when they have made all 3 selections, those 3 selections match a receipt at a local diner that is found in your wallet. The next trick is called Mental Shuffle. You have 6 random objects on the table and you mix them up over and over and over again until the spectator says stop. You then have the spectator roll a die, and the number that they land on matches the item that you predicted. After that, there's some additional ideas, like using this as a book test where you add the numbers together to get a page number. You could use the change from your pocket to match the die that's rolled. You could even put an outside box around it, print graphics on it, and you could force any object you want. And of course, since it's electronic, there's some troubleshooting for you at the end. Is it well made? Hey, these things have so many bells and whistles thrown into them, it's ridiculous. It's amazing, it really is amazing, the amount of technology now that you can squeeze into something that's this small. And it's so much more than just off and on. It has a shut-off feature, it has a sleep mode feature, it performs with insane accuracy, and like I said, it performs at 40 feet away. It has a huge, long battery life. Like, I only charged it once. I've never gone back and recharged it yet in this whole time that I've been playing with it. So yeah, the battery life on it is insane. Pocket space, of course, it's the size of a die, so it's super well hidden. Pocket space on you, like I said, it's gonna be strapped to an arm or a leg. You could also have it in your pocket if you wanted to use it as a palm. You could have it disguised while you're holding a pen or holding a notepad and you're just gesturing, right? It could be just hidden in your hand and nobody would ever see it. So pocket space wise for you and them, very small items. How much practice does it take? I will say it does take some practice. There's a lot of things the electronics cover and do for you, but I think there's an element to it where you need to be comfortable wearing and reading a thumper in real time, right? So you need to practice, where do I want to wear this, right? Don't just assume the best place is going to be on your arm, okay? You might find that having it around your ankle is better because it moves the sound of the thumper maybe further away from earshot. Maybe you think that you just get a better read down there. I don't know. Like, you have to put it in a place where you're going to practice and then practice while you're doing something else. You can't just pause while you talk. You can't just, you can't stop talking and just kind of freeze and go and start counting in your head mentally, like where the die is. You have to be able to count the thumper and perform, right? And talk at the same time. You have to be able to do 2 things at once. So yeah, that takes practice. How much setup and reset is there? I mean, you just really have to make sure it's charged, right? And there is a charging light, the notification that tells you if it needs to get charged. But yeah, I mean, that's it, really. So positives. So many possibilities, so usable, and it looks so real. With this, you will have a marvel in your pocket and wherever you go. We'll stick negatives alongside, is it worth your money? Okay? Because I think some people are gonna look at the price point and say, 150 bucks for 1 die? Yes. Why? Well, it's got a ton of electronics in it, right? So when you buy something electronic, Bluetooth, I mean, it's going to cost money, right? It's going to cost money. Second, there's also an element where you want to price it high enough that it keeps it away from the average consumer. Something like this, you really want in the hands of somebody that's going to treat it with respect. And they're not going to abuse it. They're not going to use it for gambling, right? Hopefully. And it's just not going to be in the hands of somebody that's maybe more inexperienced and more immature, that the technology or the secret gets out there and it gets exposed, right? So I think if you spend the money on it, you're going to be less apt to expose it and ruin it for everybody else. And so yes, if this is something you really want, save your pennies, kids. And it's so much more than just the tricks that we mentioned. It really is a tool. I think the tricks that are on the video, those are just meant to inspire you. Okay, you're certainly not limited to those tricks, and you probably might not even do any of those tricks. The die is a tool to force a number 1 through 6, or to know what number a freely selected number is rolled, right? So there's multiple ways to do this. You can either know that you want to force a certain object, right? You want to force the object. So the number is rolled, and then you put that object at that number, right? That's getting a 1 ahead. Or you just want to be able to know a random number so that the trick just seems random, but you're, again, ahead of the spectator. So it's a tool. It's a tool that you need to see yourself in your head using, okay? So it's not that you're attracted to the tricks that are included. You're attracted to the idea of having a tool like this, and you see the potential that it can do for you and for your routines. So hopefully the person who wants to purchase this recognizes the power that's in this little tool and what it can do for them and how they could incorporate it into perhaps tricks that they already do. All right, that's everything I can say about mental die from Tony Anverdi and Murphy's Magic Supplies. Of course, I want to thank hocus-pocus.com for allowing me to have this so that I can do the review for you. And if you'd like to purchase it for yourself, you can find it in stock right now at hocus-pocus.com. Like I said, it's available in black or white. Thanks, guys, for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.